Welcome back. This is just a quick video on something I've been meaning to do for quite a while but not got around to. Last summer I think I watched a load of videos on people making these little survival tins out of the little, Altoid tins and stuff, and I thought, oh yeah, I wonder what I could do with this, something small like that. And I had this little tiny lighter hanging around and I thought, I wonder if I could cram into one of those little Zippo lighters. So yeah, this isn't a Zippo one, this is just the cheap one I got from Asda. It's called Bull Brand. I don't know, it doesn't mean anything to me, I don't smoke, but I don't know why, I even know why I picked it up, but it was about $2.99 from Asda. So yeah, anyway, take a look at what I crammed inside here. Okay guys, let's dive in. On the outside I've got a piece of smart material. I'll show you a bit more about that later. This is just a bit of plastic that's got thermal changing properties. Here's the brand of the lighter if anybody's interested. Bull Brand. Okay, inside it looks like a normal lighter. Yeah, and it pretty much is, apart from the innards I've taken out. Inside the lid I've managed to fit in a couple of plasters. Very handy if you cut yourself. Managed to fit a striker and matches in. They're safety matches, but I'd suggest getting some strike anywhere matches in there. I've wrapped a bit of copper wire around there, but I mean for snares and stuff you perhaps want something a bit thinner, and you can wrap quite a bit around there, to be honest, and it's still fit in the base of that lighter. In the top I've got some foil. Inside the foil I've got some cotton wool soaked in paraffin. We all know what that's good for. I'll show you right now. Okay, let's get to the big stuff inside. Okay, then inside there's nothing in the base of it, it's all pretty much crammed in the top section of it. I have got a paper clip, very useful for all sorts of things. I did have a safety pin in there, but I've swapped it out for a paper clip. I'm not too sure why, because I just thought you could use a paper clip for all sorts, you can bend it into loads of different shapes. Then I've got a scalpel blade, very useful, and a little saw, very good for chopping little branches off. You'd be there all day with that little thing, but incredibly useful if that's all you've got. I've got a bit of flexible graphite pencil, so good for writing notes and messages. In the top here I've got a magnet. Now, you may think that's a bit of an odd thing for a survival tin, but if you drop something down somewhere and you can't get to it, attach a bit of string to this or a bit of the wire and feed it down wherever it's dropped, as long as it's magnetic obviously, and then you can retrieve it. But yeah, it's very handy to have a little magnet around. I've found got a little lens, good for starting fires if it's very sunny. And a bit of fishing wire and a fishing hook eventually. I didn't have a fishing hook lying around, it's been years since I went fishing. But yeah, you could put a fishing hook in there. I've got a bag, great for storing water in, just a food bag. So yeah, brilliant for storing some water in. I've got a bit of foil. It's quite a large bit of foil actually.
Seems to go on forever.
Yeah, you can use that for cooking and stuff, boiling up a bit of water, as long as you're gentle with it, don't put any holes in it, and yeah, you can cook food in there. Great bit of something to have in your survival tin. And last but not least, That's pretty much it. It's empty in there now. There's a little thread and a needle and thread, so you can sew things up, trousers and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've managed to cram into the lighter, and I'll give you a bit of a close-up of everything we've got here. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it. Let me show you what this does. Guys, this is what it looks like when it's been in some boiling water. I've just put some boiling water in that. A bit of foil I had, just made into a little bowl. There you are, you see it's like malleable then. It's plastic, but because of its thermal properties and the fact that once it gets above a certain temperature it starts to melt, you can then fuse it into whatever shape you want. You can make it into a little spoon.
Into a bit of a crude spoon shape. Very handy. Makes that dry, obviously.
You do a better job than this, but this is just ideas that I've got in my head. You can also use it with a scalpel blade.
Just make a crude scalpel blade handle instead of having to chop it out of the tree. Obviously, be careful.
Not even that, you can make it a bit ergonomic. So if you're going to be cutting things, much safer to have a blade that fits your hand. You're not going to cut very much, obviously, but I suppose it's good for gutting fish, or I don't know, cutting bits of wood up, or doing a little tiny bit of whittling, making little traps and snares and stuff, cutting all sorts of things. I mean, it's not as if you're actually going to use this piece of material. The chances of anybody going out and buying this bit of material just for this purpose is pretty slim, but it's just what I had in around science, and I thought, oh, that's quite a handy little bit of something to have on my lighter. But I mean, you guys could probably put whatever you want, like I say, a bit of bag, or you can do all sorts of things around, you know, a little Zippo. So yeah, there were just a few ideas. Okay there guys, that pretty much concludes my little YouTube video of what you can fit inside a little Zippo lighter. I'd be interested to see if anybody actually tries to fit their own little mini survival things into a Zippo, well not a Zippo, but you know, one of these cheap lighters. I mean, people collect Zippos, so you're not going to really use one of those as a survival thing. I'm not a survival expert by any means. I was just interested in it and thought, you know what, I'll put this out there and see what people think of it, and you might all think it's a load of, well, make up your own mind. Thanks for watching. Please rate, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it will be a bit more outdoorsy. Cheers guys.